Hey folks, this is Boyd Duckett here at ICAST 2015. We're over at the Yamamoto booth, and they asked me to talk a little bit about one of my favorite baits. And I gotta say, obviously, I've made a lot of money on that Senko, but my new favorite bait, because I am catching them on this thing, it's the Yamamoto 7.75 Kut Tail. This Kut Tail worm is available in several different sizes, but there's something very special about this 7.75 Kut Tail. I want to talk a little bit about how I rig it and what I do with it. What makes this worm so unique, and there's lots of them out there, I have fished this next to my other favorites, won't mention them, but I got some other favorites for offshore fishing or general worm fishing, and I get more bites on this worm than any other worm in this category that I've ever thrown. That's very special to me. And I think what's making the difference, obviously it's Yamamoto product, you've got your salt, and that gives the bait a different feel than any other type of plastic. But it's also real fat right up here on the top section, and then it narrows down. It doesn't look like much. Trust me on this. There's a bunch of us out on tour. We have learned this bait is very, very special. I'm going to talk about rigging. As it is with a Senko or a lot of the Yamamoto products, they're a little bit heavier. You can get by with a little lesser weight. If I'm fishing offshore, 8, 12, 15 feet, I'm probably going to throw a 1/4 ounce weight. I like this bait a little softer in weight than I would, some big ribbon tail worm that I might throw a 3/8 or even a 1/2. It likes to move slow. Another really neat deal, and I guess you noticed some of the results from the Bassmaster Elite Series. Brett Height and I had a fabulous first day, and it was funny. We started on the same hole, and lo and behold, we're throwing the same bait. And a lot of the guys were out there throwing Carolina rigs, dragging jigs, and we actually wacky rigged this bait. This bait is very special when it's wacky rigged. I'm taking it, putting a wacky rig hook, just a large drop shot hook, 3/0 drop shot hook in the center of the bait, and adding a nail weight, no other weight. And we were fishing these baits fairly deep. Brett and I were doing the same thing. And it's unbelievable how well this bait responds with just a nail in it. I put it on the heavy end, I slide a weight nail into the heavy end of the bait, throw it out there, let it go to the bottom, 15, 16, 18 feet, and slowly drag it on light line. And it's unbelievable how many of the high pressured fish, like what we're up against in these tournaments, how many of those high pressure fish will eat this 7.7 Kut Tail. This is it, folks. Boyd Duckett's new favorite Yamamoto bait. I didn't think I'd ever say that over a Senko. 7.75 Kut Tail. If you don't get some of these, you are missing it.